Hello everybody, this is the semifinals, Johto vs. Hisui, Regional King Season 2. Let's see how this is going. My wife just texted me that she made balls. Johto, Cinderella Run vs. Hisui. We've seen both of these teams provide insane damage output. We've seen both of these teams do a lot of things well. Johto's squad has insane power from Eruption that is further boosted by none other than this Jumpluff's ability to use Sunny Day, and also redirect moves into itself, and potentially also be faster via Tailwind. This is an insane squad. Obviously, it's not priority Tailwind as if it's a Whimsicott, but it's base 110 speed. It's pretty stinking fast. This Johto squad is going to do what we have heard over and over and over again this entire tournament, and so is Jumpluff. Rage Powder redirecting moves into itself. Eruption is going to come out, notably into two bonds that are going to resist its damage, and it's going to take out Puff Daddy, the Overquill, and do significant damage into the Basculegion. Head Smash is going to miss on the Jumpluff. This is not a good turn one from Hisui. Johto is starting off on a good foot. Although, I do have to say, commentator's note, I don't believe that hit was resisted from Overquill. That was assumed incorrectly in the moment. That was dumb. I do apologize. This Sneasler, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like its design at first when I saw it, but as things go, especially once I see Mons are really good competitively, their designs begin to grow on me, and holy crap, Sneasler is an outstanding Pokemon with its outstanding damage capabilities and speed, but also Dial Claw having the potential of sleeping, poisoning, whatever it is. It can do a lot of different things as it almost takes out this Jumpluff. Jumpluff holds on to its Focus Sash. By the way, Ursaluna's on the field. Forgot to call that one out. Eruption is going to come out and do loads of damage, almost taking out this Sneasler, and almost taking out the Ursaluna also. Ursaluna is going to heal a bit of damage from the Citrus Berry. I do apologize, I got distracted there a little bit, guys. I am not on my A game this tournament, clearly. This is not looking good immediately for Hisui as they continue to take pounding upon pounding from this Eruption. Rage Powder is going to protect Typhlosion for just a little tiny bit longer. Dial Claw is going to go ahead and take out the Jumpluff. But as we know, knocking on the door is a dangerous, powerful Eruption. And guess what, guys? Just like my butt, that field is wiped. Oh, what a zinger! What a terrible way to end this turn by Hisui. Hisui is going to be down to one Pokemon, while this squad of Johto powerhouses, which who would have thought to say that in a semifinal of a Regional King tournament, Johto is showing how truly powerful it is. Will this dead fish, Basculegion, be able to really do anything against this Johto squad at this moment? As he go ahead and says, you know what, I'm going to burn this to acidization. I'm going to try to get as much damage out as I possibly can to try to maybe reverse sweep this team now that this is my only shot. Aqua Jet is going to come out and do massive damage into the Typhlosion. Typhlosion is gone! Typhlosion, for one of the few times of this tournament, we are seeing its faint animation. Charge Beam is going to come out and almost take out the Basculegion as special attack is boosted from this very defensively potent Porygon 2 that is surprisingly has a lot of special attack, guys. This Eviolite Porygon 2 is one of my favorite sets. It is so bulky and it does surprising damage. Aqua Jet, which is Terra boosted, adaptability boosted, just isn't going to be able to do enough damage. And Aqua Jet from the Feraligatr with a little bit of salt is going to take out this Basculegion. Johto with a strong start in this semi-final matchup. Will Johto be able to move on to the championship? This is insane. Hisui is on its back leg. Hisui. Will Hisui be able to go to a championship match? Will Hisui be left in the dust from Johto of all teams? As this Typhlosion Jumpluff matchup comes out yet again, will Platinum and this Hisui squad be able to do something against this insanely potent lead? This lead has overwhelmed this tournament. As we've seen also with Kalos' squad, just high damage output with synergistic abilities to boost even for the high damage output has done very, very well in this tournament. And sneakily also from Hisui's side and also Gallo's side, we do know synergies, just generic synergies, also have done well in this tournament. This has been a great showcasing, as Terrifier is going to come out from the Typhlosion to further boost the damage output of the Eruptions. Eruption is going to come out, and it is going to, as we have seen before, take out the Overquill and do more than decent damage into the quad-resisted Arcanine spot. Rock Slide is going to come out and go ahead and take out the Typhlosion and seemingly bring the Jumpluff down to its Focus Sash, but it actually doesn't. It lives on 3. No Focus Sash needed. Bless me. Sorry, guys. Coming over a cold, apparently. My bad. I hate coughing in the mic. Hopefully I'll remember to remove that in the post. As Life Orb Chip is going to eat into this Hisuian Arcanine. And none other than Sneasel, the ever so potent, powerful, wonderfully designed, totally competitively balanced Pokemon from the Hisui region comes out. Feraligatr is out on the Johto side. Will Feraligatr have enough damage output to be able to really chip into the rest of this Hisui squad? With Typhlosion being out, the bread and butter of Johto for this squad isn't available to really do anything. Was this a good synergistic matchup and a good call out from Platinum in the Hisui side? Hisui, go ahead and Terra Bugs to be able to not take a 4-time super effective hit. And Dialclaw goes into the Feraligatr spot, getting it poisoned. Tailwind is going to come out, but this Feraligatr is going to be hampered by that poison. Fliptorn is going to go into the Hisuian Arcanine slot, no longer 4-time super effective, and Life Orb Chip is going to do a little bit of extra damage into that Feraligatr. It doesn't like that poison. That puts it on a timer for when it comes back in, and this ever so powerful, very potent Porygon 2 comes out. Rock Slide is going to go ahead and take out that Jumpluff and do a decent bit of chip damage, all things considered, into this Porygon 2 with how bulky it is. And Johto, for one of the very few times in this tournament, is now on its back leg. Both Pokemon damaged, one over half, and the one being over half, is poisoned. This Hisui squad is no longer on its back leg. It has pivoted well. It has said, we are not going to go down without a fight. as it appears that all momentum is on this Hisui squad for this individual match, as the extreme speed goes into the Alligator spot, bringing it into a damage range where it's going to die at the end of this turn, and really at the end... Wait, why did it take chip damage earlier? Wouldn't life? I don't even know. Sneasel almost takes out this Porygon 2 as Tail Blast is going to come out to be able to take out Sneasel. But as I almost said earlier, Alligator is not going to survive by the end of this turn due to the poison damage it is taken out. And this Porygon 2 that is very defensively potent, and again, as I've said, is surprisingly powerful from its special attack spot, just doesn't have enough HP to showcase how defensively potent it really is. As both of these Mons are going to outspeed, he's really just hoping for calling out the correct maybe protect. I don't know. This Porygon 2 is donezo. The Intel i7 13K has no more thermal paste. It is out. We are moving on to the third match of this semi-final match. The winner of the next match in this set. I know I said something wrong in that previous sentence, but the winner of this next match is going to go on to the championship of Season 2. Will it be the Cinderella story of Johto, or will it be the amazing power creep and synergistic abilities of Hisui? As we see Sneasel and Arcanine, Hisui and Arcanine, of course, are going to come out of Hisui's spot. And Johto goes into its bread and butter instead of what we probably thought it was going to pull out the Rain Squad that it did once before in the tournament that it didn't do well with, but really matches up decently well, not perfectly well, into this Hisui squad. Although notably a couple members of the Hisui squad would also benefit from its Rain. It's a game of chess. It ain't checkers. But this is not a good lead for the matchup for the Johto squad. We know that Rage Powder is going to have to come out from this Jumpluff spot because the threatening of extreme speed. Dialclaw is going to go ahead and go into the Jumpluff spot. Probably was going to go into the Typhlosion spot, if nonetheless. Focus Sash is going to keep it alive, but not for the rest of the turn as it is poisoned. Jumpluff will not be able to support Typhlosion going forward as Eruption is going to come out. And both of these bombs are going to be able to survive because the Sneasel has access to the Focus Sash. And of course, quad resisted from the Hisuian Arcanine. I am losing my breath. And it doesn't matter from the poison damage because this Rock Slide is going to take out the Jumpluff as this Typhlosion takes chip damage. Did I just notice a glitch? It just showed Typhlosion was full HP. Typhlosion is not full HP. Typhlosion is full HP. What did I miss? Oh, I'm an idiot. It missed. Rock Slide missed. Which is good for Typhlosion. What will this Johto squad do? Will this Johto squad try to do immediate damage to this? Was this a misplay? What? You could have taken out the Sneasel. You could have taken out the Sneasel with Aqua Jet and prevent Typhlosion from taking unnecessary damage there. Oh my gosh. This was, even though Sneasel has now been taken out and decent chip damage has been done in the Basque Legion, this turn could have definitely been played better by the Johto squad. And now Johto is unexpectedly on a bit of a worse back leg than expected. For the first time, this Overquill is going to be able to come out and not be scared of being one-shot by Eruption because it will actually be able to survive it now due to the less damage output that it has access to via being low health. Hisui looks like it has a strong lead going forward as Johto makes a blunder. Terrestrialization is going to come out into the dead fish, Muerto Pisco himself, the Basculegion. I don't know if I said that right. I do apologize if I butchered that or said something highly inappropriate. But Aqua Jet is going to come out, which is also adaptability boosted and tail boosted, which is probably not needed in this case, but in this exact moment. But this Typhlosion is gone. It's gonzo. It can no longer do insane damage. You can only wonder if it would have stayed fully healthy and been able to get that eruption off fully healthy, if it would have done enough chip damage to be able to maybe put this Johto squad in a potential for being able to survive. That is the wonderful thing about VGC. There are so many decisions that can happen each turn that can change the tide of battle, that these matches end up being so close, and you can look back in retrospective of going, wow, this battle could have gone a completely different way potentially if one small decision was made differently. Porygon 2 is going to eat the Aqua Jet, as Aqua Jet from the Feraligatr with a little bit of salt is going to take out that Basculegion. Basculegion does not survive. This Porygon 2 is still relatively healthy, as Ball Barrage is going to go into the Feraligatr slot, poisoning it again. Yet again, second match in a row being poisoned. But old Puff Daddy, might need to change that nickname going forward if I can. Oh, Puff Daddy, culturally inappropriate name, I do apologize, is surviving pretty well. We get to see this Overquill actually do something for once in this match. We didn't get to see it previously, as it kept dying. Extreme Speed is gonna go ahead and take out the Feraligatr, as this Hisui and Arcanine is no longer going to be afraid of getting hit 4 times super effective. Ball Barrage is going to go into the Porygon 2 slot and landing another poison, putting this Porygon 2 on a timer, as it does more than decent damage into the Overquill slot. But at this point, on a timer, with all the damage output on Hisui's side, is this the push for getting to the championship of Season 2, as Ball Barrage from the Overquill takes out the Porygon 2. It is game, set, match. Hisui is in the championship for Season 2. We will see y'all in the championship. Tune in for the next, tune in for the next round. Well, it's actually not the next round. Just tune in for the next the semi-final matchup. Yeah, let's go!